Guys, Casey Farlow here, registered dietitian. Oh my gosh, you guys, it has been so long since I posted on here. But I am making the commitment to make 2 videos a month for you guys. I find that my attention has kind of just been on those short form content like TikTok and Instagram. But I love long form content because I can really educate you guys and give you more specifics and details. So, today I wanted to talk to you guys about the signs and symptoms that insulin resistance could be negatively impacting your metabolic rate. This is probably 90% of my clients have some level of insulin resistance, and we're going to talk about what that is and how to know if you are insulin resistant. The first thing I highly recommend is getting some basic lab work done. So what I like to look at is an A1C and a fasting glucose. So for your A1C, I want to see that number 5.2 or below. And for your fasting glucose, definitely under 90. So if it's over 90 for your fasting glucose or over 5.2 for your A1C, again, these are standard labs you can ask your doctor for. This is a red flag to me that you have some level of insulin resistance that we need to target. The problem with insulin resistance when you're on a weight loss journey or just want to feel better is that insulin resistance is wreaking havoc on your metabolic rate and how you feel. So I wanted to kind of just talk about some common signs and symptoms that you could be dealing with insulin resistance. First, you should have lab work done, but here are some other signs to look out for. So the first one is fatigue. And usually this fatigue will hit around 2 to 4 hours after eating. And the reason for this is because you're having a big glucose spike. If you're having a higher carbohydrate or higher sugar meal, or you're just insulin resistant and the blood sugar can't get into your cells effectively. So your blood sugar goes way up and then it has nowhere to go but down. And the symptoms really occur when you hit those down slopes, right? And so you go up, and about 2 hours later, which we call postprandial blood sugar, you'll have a big dip, and this will create feelings of fatigue. It can create feelings of anxiety, brain fog, low energy, all kinds of symptoms kind of come at that bottom spot when your blood sugar drops. So again, this is typically because you're having a big spike, glucose spike, and then it's dropping. And when it drops, it creates a lot of unpleasant symptoms. So again, fatigue is one of those symptoms, anxiety and brain fog. When you're going through these big ups and downs through your blood sugar. So we really want blood sugar to stay between 80 and 120, that range throughout the day. So we want to keep it, pretty stable. But what my clients are experiencing is a roller coaster. Okay, so it's going way up, and then it's going way down, and it's going way up, and then it's going way down. And we also see cravings when it goes down because, again, your cells really want to get that blood sugar into the cell. Your cells are essentially starving. So they tell your brain, hey, I'm starving. I need more sugar. I need more refined carbohydrate because that's an easy way to get your blood sugar back up. So this is when cravings come into play too. So fatigue, cravings, anxiety, mood instability. And the last one that I want to talk about is brain fog. So if you're struggling cognitively, you just feel like your brain's just fuzzy and not on point, it could be, again, because you're going on this roller coaster throughout the day. So again, the goal is to keep it as stable as possible, and I'm going to give you guys a couple tips on how to do that. I am going to be creating the blood sugar boot camp, which will give you all the details on how to balance your blood sugar, which I recommend all of you guys do. But I am going to give you a couple tips and tricks and little hacks that you can do to help stabilize your blood sugar. You guys, the most important thing you can be doing is eating well, right? I call it PFF balance. So making sure you're including protein, fat, and fiber, including low glycemic fruits like apples, berries, pears, oranges, citrus, apple. Did I say apples? Yeah, I said apples already. But these low glycemic cherries is another one. Low glycemic fruits are really helpful. But you guys want to incorporate fiber with every single meal. So I highly recommend including a vegetable with all of your meals. So for breakfast, maybe that means including a cut up pepper. Maybe that includes putting spinach in your eggs. Just something to get that fiber. Not only does it feed your good gut bacteria, but it helps to slow the release of blood sugar. So again, you're not having big spikes in your blood sugar. Another thing is focusing on protein. I do not feel like you guys need to force feed yourself protein. I feel like a lot of influencer and health coaches and whatever tell you like, you need like 40 grams of protein with your meals. There's like no evidence to support that. I always go back. I mean, maybe there's a few studies, but there's way more on moderate protein intake. So we want around 20 grams of protein with your meals. And when I talk about the best diet for hormone health, for metabolic rate, for all of it, I always go back to the blue zones. Where are people living the longest and the happiest, right? And what are they doing? How are they eating? And, they're getting protein with most meals, but they're getting lots of fruits and vegetables. They're eating a mostly plant-based diet. And yeah, they're not doing like fancy ketogenic diets, right? They're eating a lot of carbohydrate, but it's the right types of carbohydrate, right? Like whole food types of carbohydrate in the right amounts. So another point is like trying to include whole grains instead of refined carbohydrate. So brown rice, whole wheat pasta, whole grain bread, what else? Quinoa, bulgur wheat. So there's many different options, but trying to go for those whole grains. And there's two reasons for that. Again, that fiber feeds your good gut bacteria, which is really important for blood sugar. And another thing is that fiber helps to slowly release the glucose into your bloodstream, so you don't have, again, that big spike. So I hope these tips were helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, my goal for you guys is to, make videos a couple times a month at least. I'm also going to have my free snack guide down below. I'm sending you guys evidence-based emails every week to really help you on your hormone healing journey. All right, you guys, until next time, bye-bye.